Hello everybody, my name is Anton. Welcome to brand new Let's Play series. Classifying for Kaiserreich. So today we're doing the Federalist China route. Down here in southern China. So, it's February 26th, and China's a little bit of a mess. I mean, the Qing government has exploded, the Nanqing clique above us has gone into a major, like a civil war within a civil war kind of situation. Either way, it's bad. They're not having a fun time. But we are doing the Linguang clique route. I know you can play as, I think, Sichuan, and maybe also even Yunnan in order to also play the Federalist. Or is Yunnan right KMT? I don't actually remember. But we're down here in Linguang, which is the simplest of the Federalist routes. Organized rail system. We'll get our 50 Army Navy experience. Again, I did skip over the first, 2 months roughly, just of getting to this point. So we didn't have to watch it all. So, get a general or field marshal, assign ourselves a lovely general here. And we're currently led by Chen Jiaoming, leader of the Grand Republican League. Do we have any focuses? We actually do, which is nice. Right now, 50% stability, 52% war support, 12 factories. And again, we are playing as a Chinese faction, which means that we have there's a terrible army. It's just not good. We need to reform this as soon as possible. So we need either delay Grand Battle Plan, Pocket Defense. Which I believe is just getting a single doctrine. But funnily enough, actually, like, looking at that, you need either to get French Warfare, Grand Battle Plan, Delay. So you need actually the second one. Oh, they're actually both Delay. I was wondering why Delay was in there twice. I have never realized ever that actually no, they're not the same. They're the same name, same picture, but they're actually 2 different effects. Huh. The more you know. But either way, you're gonna need a second level of one of these battle plans. We could do mass assault. I mean, we are China. We have a very large population. Even right now, you already have 700,000 men on the field, even though we are slightly demobilizing. So for our first army, we'll put them on the border with the Nanqing clique. I don't think we haven't seen any events so far, so we haven't missed out any specific events for the country. But we'll go for reconstructing the provincial armies, which will remove divided military. What actually are our national spirits right now? Factionalism, anti-concession wave, divided military, and Guangxi struggling economy. Fantastic. 2 research slots, also fantastic. We'll take a research speed upgrade as well as basic machine tools. We are, 2 months behind on technology, technically, because again, we only just spawned in now. Nor you for the time being. Civilian factories, we'll just build 1 factory. I guess in Chongqing with or this is Guangzhou. We'll build 1 military factory for now. Right now we have 12, which is on 417. Which actually is not that bad. What are our divisions? Infantry, more infantry. Okay. But we just basically need guns. Anything else is a bit much. And we'll get 1 convoy. We do need some steel. I don't know if we'll really be able to import any of it. No, we will not, because apparently nobody will trade with us. It's very cool. But I don't need people to trade with us. We're better than that. Drop some lines up north. The situation in Linguang. I've also butchered many names. I do not speak Mandarin, or I guess Cantonese because we're in southern China. With the League of 8 provinces falling into open warfare to secure Nanqing, Chen Jiaoming, the governor of Guangdong, announced the immediate secession of the province from the League. Announcing the League as corrupt and unable to protect the rights and welfare of the people. He was followed suit by Governor Li Ronting of Guangxi to the west. According to the provincial assemblies of Guangdong and Guangxi, held a joint meeting in Guangzhou, electing Chen Jiaoming as extraordinary governor general of Linguang. While the 2 Guangs are united in defense against bandits, the ambition of the warlords from the disintegrating League, this new union of provinces is already proven to be a struggle. Leaders of Guangdong and Guangxi are only united by pragmatism, and the 2 have widely different aims for the region, let alone China as a whole. Lu Rongting leads the highly militarized province, while Cheng leads a variety of Republican coalition in one of the few functional democracies in all of China. Linguang may avoid bloodshed out of the collapse of the League, but it will not be able to avoid the consequences of Beijing's failure to keep China vaguely united. Of course, we will be going for actually, we have a lot of lore. Again, I like lore, so we're going to be reading through all of this. Tell me more about Li Guang. Linguang, or the two Guangs, is a geographical term represented by the provinces of Guangxi in the west and Guangdong in the east. The viceroyalty of Linguang was first created during the Ming Dynasty, but would be dissolved and reformed numerous times until its final dissolution in 1911. The official name was the lengthy Governor General, Commander and Quartermaster Supervisor of the Waterways and Inspector General of the two expanses and surrounding areas. Fantastic name. Guangdong Province is one of the most wealthy and developed parts of China, with Guangzhou rivaling Shanghai, Nanjing, and Beijing. However, its recent history was marred with warfare and destruction, with the province losing Hong Kong, Macau, and Guangzhou to Western imperialists in the 19th century, while the Xinhai Revolution eventually brought further ruin by numerous wars between warlords and the turbulent rule of the Kuomintang. Since the failure of the Northern Expedition in 1926, the province has been governed by Chen Jiaoming and has seen a remarkable recovery and growth, developing a young provincial democracy in the process. Guangxi, meanwhile, has been ruled by Li Ronting, who is seen as the quintessential warlord. The province has been highly militarized, and the soldiers are well known across China as some of the best. However, this high level of militarism has been costly. The wealthier Guangdong has been essentially keeping the Guangxi army afloat, creating an interdependent relationship between the two provinces as Guangxi troops often supplement the smaller Guangdong army. While Chen Jiaoming currently leads a wide coalition of Republicans, the Grand Republic League contains numerous factions outside of his own political party. The Public Interest Party, or the Guangdong, was founded in 1925 by Chen Jiaoming and his ally Teng Zhuoyao. Its ideology can be compared to Western social democracy, wanting to improve civil and workers' rights throughout China. Mainly, however, this is an important federalist party in the country, calling for a central government to be reorganized into a federal republic and multi-party democracy. Productive People's Party, led by Chen Mingshu, is essentially a front organization for the moderate-left Kuomintang in Guangdong. While also social democratic like the Federalists, they differ from the PPP's ideology and philosophy based on Sun Yat-sen's three principles of the people and his teachings. The major obstacle is working closer with the Federalists in the... Their major obstacle in working closer with the Federalists is the bad history between the two parties' founders, who violently split before the Northern Expedition. While not a political party, the Merchants Public Safety Organization is a paramilitary organization of Guangzhou Chamber of Commerce. It is highly influential, led by Chan Linbo. Their main goal is to protect business and trade from bandits and irresponsible politicians. They have noticeable ties with Hong Kong and German businessmen, making them a target for local anti-concessionists as the ALG struggles to recoup their massive losses from the Black Monday and the League collapse. In Guangxi, the province assembly is little but a rubber stamping for one of the army. As such, there's little open opposition for the Guangxi clique from political groups. The clique's main enemies currently hide in Yunnan as Li Zongren patiently waits for his chance to strike and retake the province for his own clique aligned with the right wing of the Kuomintang. Hey, Governor Chen, I'm sure you will see me. Also, I gotta make sure OBS is full. I actually see how long it's been. A non-aggression pact with Hunan, who's in the north. The classical League of 8 provinces, the United Provinces of Linguang and the province of Hunan, have naturally drifted together in the face of potential redistribution from Nanjing. Chen Jiaoming and Zhao Hangti are both federalists, leaving in provincial and national constitutionalism, and the importance of rule of law in this chaotic time. As such, the two have been cooperating since the dawn of the League in the first place, working together to secure the region's autonomy from Nanjing and consequently Beijing. Two governors have thus agreed to stay neutral in the conflict in the former League, and thus focus inward instead. So if we don't have a war with you, I will put my units onto the border with the KMT. Because right now, right now we're social liberal. And are these 70 days? No, they're 35 days actually, which is pretty good. Governor Chen addresses the provincial assembly. With war and chaos reigning from Shaodong to Fujian due to the collapse of the League of 8 provinces, Governor General of Linguang, Chen Jiaoming, made a speech at the Guangdong Provincial Assembly today addressing a number of issues facing the province. Chen asserts the assembly that neutrality in conflict to the northeast was the only logical way forward. Stable and prosperous province of Guangdong need to look inward and focus on improving the province and its inhabitants' livelihoods. The people need to show the rest of China that the provincial democracy and civilian government was a model to follow, forming a believable alternative to the monarchists in the north, the warlords throughout China, and the false revolutionaries of the Kuomintang. This was, as Chen believes, the only way to bring peace and unite China in the long term, and rid it of tyrants once and for all. Oh, 50 political power. That's actually quite nice. I will take that. And then you're at war with Anqing, so the League is already completely dead. Nanjing has no control over anything. Are you at war with Shaodong? Not yet, but you almost certainly will be eventually. Okay. So, Mexico and Britain have both gone totalist. Again, what happens in Europe Like, this doesn't matter, this doesn't matter, this over here doesn't matter. The only thing that really matters is really Japan. Japan is the main obstacle of any Chinese run. Other than that, like, I don't know who can really get involved. I mean, I know Russia can align themselves with Xinjiang under certain circumstances, and also influence Mongolia a little bit, but I think that's really about it. Like, the Reichspakt doesn't really have any influence. The Entente doesn't. International has no care about China. I mean, I guess there's the legation cities, but that's really about it. Like, no other faction cares about China. There's actually a little bit of a weakness in the mod that if you could get a united China in your faction, I feel like that'd be really good for you in the long run, but there really isn't. I mean, China I don't think can join any of the major factions. I think there's a workaround to maybe getting the KMT to join the International, but that requires like such a specific series of events that it would just never happen. But anyway, anti-concessionist riots in Guangzhou. Anti-concessionist sentiments are high in Guangdong ever since the concessions were first created. Hong Kong, Macau, and most recently the German president in Guangzhou are all continuing visual symbols of national humiliation and remains very personal to people of Guangdong. The province was previously included these concessions. Black Monday shook the hatred of German presence to its core, and with the League now gone, their German sycophants and puppets can no longer protect them. Inspired by riots further north, the Guangzhou anti-concessionists made their own demonstrations in the city's German quarters, which quickly turned into riots. Local police turned a blind eye while several German businesses were damaged and a German citizen was attacked and wounded. The situation was only calmed with the intervention of the Merchant Corps, which had managed to disperse the demonstrators. Chen Jiaming, while calling for calm, openly sympathized with the anti-concessionists and criticized both the unequal treaties and Beijing's inaction. Wald's statement is well received by the people, but some cannot shake the feeling that the imperialist reprisals are already on the way. 10% stability, by the way, I'm sure that's fine. We will get these guys ready to go for an invasion up towards the north, but we need to get army reform going. Like, ASAP. Wait, who's giving us 1 point here? You do. That's actually pretty nice. Because at least 0.1 daily, so every 10 days you get 1 point, we need 100 points. Every 10 days you get 1. And we need 100. So it's 100 times 10, which is 1,000. I guess it'd be 1,000 days. So okay, it's actually not that great. Because that's what? 10,000? No, because we actually need 2 points. Because actually we need 200 points, which I think it would be then like 2,000 days. I mean, it's still fine. 0.1 per day, I'll take it. Unless my math is horribly off, which it might be. German ships bombard Guangzhou. As feared, German Navy forces in the region launched a retaliatory strike on Guangzhou. 2 destroyers entered the Pearl River Delta, and after waiting for a moment to show their flags, opened fire onto the city. After firing their salvo, they remained in place for another moment before retreating back into the South China Sea. While damage to the city was relatively limited, the message was very clear. Germany's presence in China remains. Should any lapdogs of German imperialists succeed in restoring order in the former league, you can only expect them to have significant German support when we try to retake Guangxi or Guangdong. That's another... Wait, no, we have more stability. I thought I was going to take another 5% off, but apparently I actually didn't. 10%. What we really want to do is we want to get rid of the factionalism in the country. President requests financial aid. President Guangdong has not been spared from the consequences of Black Monday, regardless of how unwanted German influence is. Peasants have been hit particularly hard as they struggle with the decline of price for rice and grain. Elected representatives from the rural districts arrived at the Presidential Assembly to make their case, requesting financial aid to weather the storm. Chen Jiaming received considerable support from the peasants and rural landowners through his government policies, certainly wants to accept. The financial situation of the province may make such a program impossible to implement and finance. More support for the social conservatives, who are the Landowners Association. I mean, it's a 30-day penalty. That's fine. Like who cares? We only have 6 civilian factories. What big difference does 1 civilian factory versus 0 really make? I mean, technically, like, I think like an infinite percent when you think about it, but you know, 1 factory would still take, I think, like 3 years to get anything done. Joint military exercises. The armies like Guangxi and Guangdong were, until recently, under separate commands. To further improve cohesion between the units and officers of the two provincial armies, military exercises have been held fairly regularly. While this has significantly benefited both armies, these exercises have made it more and more obvious of how superior in quality the Guangxi army is over the Guangdong counterpart. The end of the former was essentially subsidized by the latter's government. The numbers have been, so far, excellent. Excellent opportunities for the governor of Guangxi to show off his province's military prowess. Political power goes up. I mean, I would have preferred a little bit of army experience, but I'll take what I can get. Do you have anything good here? Artillery attack. We actually don't have any leaders. Huh. Mass assault cost goes down. That actually could prove useful. Static warfare. Like, you are 60. You don't have command power for this. 0.06, 0.09, 0.09 on you as well. 0.09. I mean, infantry attack in China would be really good. Also in moving. Attack and defense, pure firepower. Land doctrine cost minus 5%. You know what? Give me the northern. Oh. I mean, 5% speed, it's not that good. Just like with the infantry, it's like 4 kilometers an hour versus probably like, what, 4.1 kilometers an hour? I don't think it's going to make a big difference. Organizes loss in moving minus 10%. It wouldn't make this cheaper. Enforcement rates, training level, organization. But is that really, is that what we want? Give me the northern strategy. We'll take that for now. It costs us all, all the political power, but I think we'll be okay on that. You're also you're actually a land cost reduction, which actually is really nice. Another land cost reduction. This might actually get us where we need. I mean, we do have the army experience mod, so it does make this a little bit cheaper. I mean, we basically get like 1 free bonus, which kind of sucks. Well, what can you do? I mean, we'll be fine, okay? And it doesn't even allow us to get this yet. Power gain. I mean, it will be nice once we can actually get it going. I believe once you're done, it's going to give an extra 50. As well as with the extra land reduction, should get us to our first army reform. Merchant bailouts. Similar to the peasants' crisis last month, a number of wealthy merchants have been having serious financial difficulties caused by the global crisis. A number of members of the Provincial Assembly with ties to the merchant class of the cities and towns made a case for the provincial government to intervene and keep these merchants from economic ruin. The influence of the merchants in Guangdong is significant, and their continued political support is essential. But such a bailout would, of course, be costly. Oh no! We're going to go from 0 to 0. Whatever shall we do? Well, we're fine. It's fine. Like, we don't have... We don't need it. We don't need it. Going from 0 to 0 is completely okay. It actually does not cause any penalties for us. The way that right now our entire economy is structured. You're the military stuff. I think maybe after you're done. Bonus to industry. Country self-government. I mean, I would like a united Republican front. Yes, I think we will go for the Republican United Front when we can. Suppressing illegal gambling. Ever since entering politics in the years before the Xinhai Revolution, Chen Zhenming has been fighting the arduous battle against gambling in the province. Problem plaguing the province, along with the opium addiction. In the 1920s, he managed to have it completely banned, just as with banning the trade and consumption of opium. However, enforcing this ban has been a difficult task, and removes an important source of revenue from the government. The Provincial Assembly began debating its effectiveness, the faction pushing for loosening anti-gambling laws. The governor is adamant that this would lead to a return to moral identity in Guangdong, along with increasing corruption without truly decreasing crime. While his opponents in the assembly claim that the laws are wasteful and impossible to enforce, instead of pushing for its legalization and re-establishment of gambling taxes. Guangdong is, of course, a democracy, and the Provincial Assembly will vote on the matter. Market liberalism, so we can negative 15%. Oh, no. I can't afford a negative 15% stability. We're going to take the political power hit. Whatever. It's fine. We train units. 400 guns right now. I mean, our units are kind of... We actually can't even train these units. We're going to make you into just... I've heard 18 combat width's actually pretty good right now, so I'm going to save the basic 18 combat width. Go, like, 3 divisions. Nothing too crazy there. Mostly because they can't really afford a incredibly large army. Also, you know, question. Do you have any, like, nice uniforms for us? Do you want a hat or do you want a helmet? I think I want a lovely hat. Yeah, give me the hat. So this will be about 100 days to get our way back up to positive political power. You give us an additional 0.1 per day, as well as a 10% stability, which I would definitely like to have. We will then go for a delay to allow me to get our army reform. 100 days on that. Does mean that we're going to be getting political power a little bit slower, but in the long run, this is it's essential. You have to do this. There's no way you can possibly. So we're no longer bailing anybody out. We have now 3 factories. So it'll be done on June 15th. You know, actually, it's not even that bad. Only the most powerful warlord in Sichuan, Ling Zhan has gambled and lost all. With the collapse of the industrial core, the former warlord has fled to the province and has now arrived in Lingguang, asking to serve in our armed forces. Zhan is known for being treacherous, but is also a seasoned general that could be a valuable asset to us. Just say no to that. We don't need more generals. How many generals do we have right now? Like, this is more than enough for the entire campaign. We will never need more generals than what we have right now. Unless there's, like, an event. Okay, well, I know there's events that can cause a civil war within Lingguang, which I guess will maybe split the generals in half. But even then, we should have more than enough. More than enough units to not have to worry. Oh yeah, you're gonna be 49 days on you. What else do we have in the military tweaks? They usually don't take 2 times cost reduction is pretty nice. Bonus to infantry. I mean, infantry weapons for sure. Absolutely on that one. Reinforcement rates 2% is not bad. Army experience gain plus 10%. That could be good. Yeah, no, I think that'll be better for us. Hong Kong contracting me 1,000 guns. Honestly, not really. I don't think we really need it. There's a labor dispute going on in the country. Guangdong province has proven itself to be one of the most progressive in terms of labor issues. Unionization has been encouraged since the early 1920s, and one of the largest of these is the Union of Machinery Workers. Their strike in 1921 being the most well-known acts in recent memory. With the increased industrialization, it appears that another labor dispute is imminent and machine workers are threatening to go on strike once more. The regional government under Chen Jiaoming has presented itself as a mediator for disputes between workers and businessmen. And largely successful thus far, as the governor maintained a reasonable approach to all these issues peacefully through compromise. We expect that Governor Chen will ensure that a compromise is reached between the union and the factory owner, but it's possible that the Chamber of Commerce may use their power in the government to influence the settlement in their favor. Syndicalism, social democracy. Well, I believe, in order for us to go the Federalist route, we are going to go social democratic. I think the Public Interest Party is the main block of Federalist China. Unless I'm mistaken, but I don't know if I am. Follow this up goes with another research speed bonus for now. 20 days left on you. Okay. I feel like we have a pretty good, you know, starting position here. So, I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a shorter episode, but I think this is going to be a good time for us to end it off for today. So, thanks everybody for watching. If you enjoyed, give me a thumbs up. Not enjoyed, give me a thumbs down. If you want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.